Hey guys, good morning. I wanted to go through and give you a look at the Christmas Blessings workshop that's offered by the Close to My Heart Home Office. I want to show you guys kind of what's going on with that and give you a little peek, and we're going to make one of the cards today as well. So the Home Office has created this really fun Christmas card making workshop called Christmas Blessings. And I have to tell you, the reason why I really love it is because the stamp set and the theme of the workshop is all about Jesus's birthday, which in our home, that's the real reason for Christmas. So I especially love this, and I'm so excited to be able to have time to sit down and create some of the cards today. So you guys are going to be able to, good morning, Sharice and Shannon. Thanks for hopping in, guys. You guys are going to be able to get the workshop bundle as a whole, or you also can just grab the stamp set by itself. And as I mentioned, this is a really beautiful stamp set. It has, it definitely is focusing on Jesus's birthday. It has the Nativity and the Christ the Savior is born. Come let us adore him, and a lot of these really fun small sentiments down here that you're going to see, and we're going to use this one today. But you guys can get the stamp set by itself for the $18.95, or you can get the entire bundle for only $33.95. So the really great thing about the bundle, you guys, is that you are going to be able to grab the colors of the individual colors of cardstock. You're going to be able to grab those as a bundle instead of having to purchase the packages, each of them separately. So as you guys know, our cardstock comes in packages of sheets of 12 now. And so this makes it a little bit more affordable and user-friendly to be able to grab the bundle as a whole, so that you don't have all of those leftover pieces hanging around your craft studio until you can find time to incorporate them into another project. So this is the great part about the bundle, is it's going to include your cardstocks, your embellishments, your card bases, just the right amount that you're going to need to be able to create all of these cards. So let's go right ahead, and I want to show you guys a little peek. You're going to be able to download the workshop cutting guide with the supply listing and all of that good stuff right here from my website. So when you guys hop over to the susanwilliams.ctmh.com, up near the top, you will be able to find a little tab that says promotions. And if you guys click on that tab, it's going to show you all of the promotions that we have available during the month of November. The Christmas Blessings is the one that we're specifically talking about today, but feel welcome to just go and browse each one of them. You guys are going to find a lot of really fun projects. Most of them have cutting guides provided for you, but exclusive stamp sets and that type of thing that you're not going to find in your idea book. So don't limit yourself just to that beautiful hard copy of your idea book. Please keep in touch with the website. Go to the promotions tab often, because they add them even throughout the month. And occasionally we aren't notified until a little while later. So it's kind of like some surprise Merry Christmas stuff happening on that promotions tab. So definitely take a look at those. They are going to show you the materials needed in on those files, the materials that you're going to need, like this, for instance, the ink pads that you guys are going to use, and your adhesive preferences and that type of thing. So it's also going to include the cutting guide as well for you. This workshop specifically uses that Season of Joy Cricut cartridge. Now, I'll just tell you a little secret. This might be hard to believe, but even as a consultant, I don't have every product that is available in Close to My Heart world, and I don't own that Cricut cartridge. The Explorer and me are not friends yet. I do have one, but we're not acquainted yet. So I don't have that Cricut cartridge yet. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you guys some alternative ways to create this workshop if you don't have that Cricut collection just yet. Okay, so again, be able to, whenever you guys go to that promotions tab, you will find the cutting guide there, the workshop files. You can download those right there to your computer, cut them out, and you will be able to cut out all the pieces that are needed to create this workshop. So we're just going to go right into creating today, you guys. And I did change it up just a little tiny bit, because y'all know that's how I roll. But I have gone ahead and I've pre-cut the cards in Peacock. And so you guys will notice, I'm not sure why my phone is being a little bit blurry. You guys will notice you're actually creating 12 cards, and you've used 4 different paper colors of the cardstock and 3 different designs. So you're going to create 12 cards for each of the 3 designs. And it's going to use the different colors here. The colors featured in this workshop are Peacock, Eggplant, Sage, and Sugar Plum. And I love all 4 of them. However, I did swap a few of them out just because that's how I roll. And that's the great thing about crafting, is you guys can change it up to whatever suits your preferences as well. So The one that we're going to work on today is this one here with the manger, and it is probably my favorite of the 3 designs, but I already did create one earlier before I turned the camera on, and I used the sugar plum, and I did make just a few changes. You guys know how I feel about fussy cutting. If I don't have to do it, I'm not going to. So I did the, like, everybody can gasp, except my peeps that totally get it. We talked a lot about this during virtual class the other night, about butchering your stamps, but this image here, I'll give you a look at the carrier sheet here. This is one single image, the little nativity scene here with Mary, Joseph, Jesus, and the manger. So this is one image. And the workshop, the way it was created, they actually created it where you are going to stamp the image on scratch paper twice, and then you're going to trim them out, because in the initial card here, the display card, it shows the Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus is in peacock, and then the manger is stamped in the neutral color here. I'm like not a fan of doing that, guys, if I don't have to. So what I actually did is I butchered up my stamp. I know that this is difficult for many of you, and that is okay. But I don't mind to do it. It doesn't really bother me at all. I have an X-Acto knife that stays right here in my craft space, and I think nothing of it to butcher those things up. So what I've done is I just took my X-Acto knife and we separated the manger from the baby Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. And so the good thing about when you guys do this is that you very easily can just, if you want to use them together, so let's say for instance, you guys want to stamp all of these in one color again on another project. All you have to do is place your image right back down inside here, and there you go. It's going to be on the block. You're never even going to know that you separated it, okay? So don't worry that you're going to ruin your stamps. You're absolutely not going to ruin them. You're going to be able to use them again, just as the carrier sheet has shown you in a single image. But this way, it gives us a little bit of flexibility as far as changing out our colors, and we don't have to do any fussy cutting that way. So maybe this is just Sue's being lazy, or maybe it's innovative. I'm not really sure, but either way, this is how I prefer to do it. So if y'all do not want to, good morning, Lavon and Anita. If you guys don't want to cut your stamps, butcher up your stamps, you do not have to. There are perfectly wonderful instructions in the kit to show you guys how to create the workshop without butchering up your stamps. So don't worry that if you don't want to cut them, it's okay. So another thing that we did change up a little bit is I grabbed the clear shimmer pin, and I also, Tina Lovell is the consultant who actually designed this workshop for the home office, and they were gracious enough to allow other consultants to use it. And she did this really inventive little bow here, and she gave great instructions on the files to show you guys how to create this bow with your fingers. So if you don't have a bow easy, you can very easily create it with your fingers, but you guys know how I roll. I had to grab my bow easy to create it, so I'll show you guys how to create that as well. Another thing that you're probably wondering, Suze, where on earth did you get those? Are these cool little black stars here. Now, these are adhesive-backed black glitter stars. No, they are not cut from the Cricut. I do have some on the inside of the card as well. Let me show you where I got them. When you guys are on the website and you are going to the promotions tab, when you guys are shopping and you're adding things to your cart, please always look down at the clearance tab, and the clearance tab is going to be found on the left sidebar underneath all of those product categories and go all the way to the bottom, okay? I'm going to, pardon the interruption, guys, I'm just going to move this up a teeny tiny bit. I think maybe my phone will possibly autofocus a little bit better, and I maybe can still see the comments on the screen. But the really fun thing is that they add things to the clearance without telling us. Sometimes I'll pop over there. I usually check at least every day, and I'll see things that haven't been there for a long time, or that they haven't ever been there before. But these are so fun. These are the fundamental assortment packages, and you guys, we had these a few years ago, and I want to show you, they were originally priced at nearly $10. They were $9.95, but they are on clearance right now for only $3.25. There are 8 colors left right now. Sorry, turning off the comments on, or the sound on my tablet. I didn't realize I told them. Sorry, hang on. So you guys can get many different colors, and they're colors that coordinate with the paper collections that we're working with right now. So when I saw them on clearance, I grabbed some of them, and I want to show you guys what all comes in one of these packages. Remember, $3.25 for the packages. And I'm showing you the peacock today because the peacock is the color that we're using today. I am still going to stick with the black, but I want you guys to know that you can get the coordinating assortment with it. So when you guys are ordering the Christmas Blessings bundle, maybe you're wanting to get near that $50 mark so that you can earn the stamp of the month for only $5 and get my free pre-cut card kit with that. This would be a really fun something to add to your cart so that you can get near that $50 mark. So I want to show you guys what comes with these little assortment packs. So we're using the black today. And this is a 6" by 6" sheet of adhesive backed pre-cut glitter stickers, and you can usually see them a little bit better if I flip them over, but you guys can maybe see with my lighting. There are multiple sized circles, there are multiple sized triangles, stars, and hearts, all cut out of this black glitter, and every single piece has adhesive on the back, so you guys don't even have to worry about grabbing adhesive for them. You'll just peel them off the carrier sheet and use them on your project. So you've got the 6" by 6" sheet of glitter. You have these really fun dimensional, these are actually wood. This package, of course, we're working with the black assortment. And so this has the wooden with the black printing on it. And they already have adhesive on the back. So these are going to be great. These are going to be great to use on your cards, 3D projects, scrapbook pages, all that good stuff. I have locked the autofocus, Karen, and I'm not sure why it's still doing that. I checked the setting multiple times. I'm not really sure what's going on, but thank you very much for the tip. I do appreciate it. But we have the wooden pieces there. Then we have these really fun plastic clips. So since we're working with the black assortment, all of the clips are black with white printing in different types of styles and prints there, which are very cute. Then my favorite are the 3-dimensional bows. And as you'll see, they definitely are dimensional. They have the foam 3D adhesive on the back. So again, you don't have to add adhesive to them. And you have 3 silver and 3 gold. And so that's really great if you guys are, if you're like me and you don't really like mixing your metals. I prefer to either stick with silver or gold on my projects. I don't usually mix them. So that's great that we have the choice of either silver or gold with each of the color in the assortments. And so you guys are going to get the whole thing for only $3.25. It's like the cheapest embellishment you're going to be able to grab, like all of these different embellishments, all for $3.25. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So we're going to use the black today. So as we're going along and you guys are seeing me create, when you go, where in the world is she getting that black stuff? Now you know, okay? So we're going to move all of this out of the way, and we're just going to go right ahead and get started. All right, I am fixing all my crazy stuff. I got my phone high enough. I can't really see what I'm doing. So let's go right ahead and get started. So we're going to work on, since we have a lot of bulk happening here, we'll talk about that in a minute. I'm going to work on the inside of the card first, and I'm getting back in the habit of decorating the insides of my cards again. And I love, similar to what we talked about the other day when we were doing some scrapbooking on the videos, I like my projects to be cohesive from start to finish or from right to left. And what I mean by that is I want, for instance, when we work on a scrapbook page, I want elements and embellishments and color and that type of thing that I've used on the left page. I want it to flow over to the right page so that it looks like the entire layout is very cohesive and it goes together. I like to do the same thing with my cards. So I like to take elements that I use on the front of the card and I like to bring them into the inside of the card. Of course, we don't have to, it's not necessary to really jazz it up if you don't want to. You guys may want to keep it a little bit less dimensional on the inside so that it'll fold a little bit flatter when you send it through the mail. I personally, it doesn't bother me at all to take 3 stamps to mail a card. It doesn't bother me at all. So dimension does not scare me. I feel like when you add dimension to a project, it instantly becomes a piece of art. It's not a card anymore. And that's just my personal opinion, of course, but that's kind of how I feel about it. So we can absolutely add a lot of really fun things to the inside of our cards without adding the dimension if you don't want to. So the great thing about these little black glitter, the fundamental stickers, is that they're completely flat. They're not like a gem or a sparkle or a sequin. They don't have any depth at all, really. It's just a little piece of cut out glitter paper that adheres down. So these are perfect for the inside of the cards. Good morning, Karen. If you guys don't want to add any bulk in there. So what we're going to do is I've just added a little bit of the journaling pin around the outside because you all know that's how I roll. We've got our archival black here, and we're just going to stamp the Christ the Savior is born right here on the inside. And I'm stamping on the back side of my Fiskars piercing toolkit. the mat that's provided in that kit. I love it. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is the best stamping surface on the planet, for real. I'm not even kidding. And it's so small and compact that it just works perfect with my space here, my crafting space. So I love it. What we're going to do is you have, and again, these, whenever Tina created the cutting guide, she gave us some pieces to go inside the cards. And I'm pretty much, I'm using the very same card pieces, the pieces of paper that are included in the cutting guide. So you guys can cut the cutting guide exactly like the files show and create the cards just like I am with no alterations to the paper. All I am doing is just adding some different stamping and adding some different tools like the glitter, like the shimmer brush, and the little assortment embellishments as well. So if I can find my doggone shimmer brush, it is here somewhere. I added shimmer brush to the outside of the card, and so what I'm going to do is I just want to add some shimmer to the inside of the card as well, and it's going to look really pretty on the peacock paper here. And so it dries pretty, woo, good heavens, dries pretty instantly. And so it'll be ready to go ahead and adhere down. And so we just have some really fun glitter. Now, can you see it glimmering? Oh my gosh, it is so crazy. If you guys do not have one of these shimmer pens, and if you would just like to try one, I encourage you to grab the clear. The clear is the most neutral of all of them. You'll be able to put it on any of the projects, and it doesn't have glitter flecks or anything. It's really fairly neutral. It's fairly clear. You can see it on the darker colors of cardstock, but it's not necessarily like the gold, or the gold definitely has flecks in it for sure. But we are going to just add this little piece. I'm making sure that my card is still going to fold. We're just adding this little piece right here. And of course, when I cut things, you guys know, I've said this before, I always cut them a little bit wider or longer, because I tend to find that our card bases occasionally are a little bit taller or wider than the specified 5.5 inches by 4.25 inches. And I would much rather take a few seconds to trim off the overhanging than to have my piece be a little too short for my card base. That kind of drives me crazy. So we're going to go right ahead, and this is how easy these stars are, you guys. So I'm just bending up my carrier sheet here. I'm grabbing my tweezers. And you guys, if you don't have craft tweezers, just use tweezers from your bathroom. You totally can do that. To grab an extra set and keep it in your craft room. But I'm just adding a couple there. And like I said, they already have adhesive on the back of them, so there's no worries about that. Now we're going to get to working on the front part of our card, because we're completely done with the inside. So the front part of my card does have, I'm going to try to get maneuvered around here, guys. Sorry, I just have issues today. Oh my word. Maybe that's every day, actually. So we're going to go right ahead and get our card pieces here ready. In fact, maybe let's see, what are we going to do? Suze, oh my gosh, get your act together. Maybe we'll go ahead and work on the base piece here. So I'm just a little bit of Tombow. And disclaimer, I know that my adhesive is going to run out in this video, so you'll have to give me like a half a second to swap it out. But it is nearing the end of its life for sure. Okay. So again, cut it a little bit heavy on the outside on purpose, of course. So I'm just trimming off the outsides here. And then we're going to run around it really quickly with our journaling pen again, because that is what we do around here. I just have issues with my pieces not going all the way to the edges. It just really, really drives me crazy. So that is a step that takes a few extra seconds, but to me, it's well worth my time in doing so. So just adding the little journaling lines around the outside. I just feel like it makes the project even more polished. We determined the other night during virtual class, we're going to call these wiggle waggle lines. I have no idea. I don't remember the person that gave it that name, but I think it was hysterical and it made me laugh forever. So we're going to keep it. We're totally keeping it. All right. So here's just a piece of the linen cardstock, and we're just going to adhere this one down onto our base. I think I might have my steps one out of order, but it's okay. We're going to keep going. What Tina has done when she designed this workshop is she did a lot of really using, showcasing the two-tone of our cardstock. As you guys know, our cardstock is all two-tone now. So you have a dark, it's the exact color of our palette, which we usually refer to as the darker. And then you have the lighter version on the back. So this is the standard color that matches the peacock in our palette. And this is the back side of the peacock. And can you see how it's just shaded a little bit differently? Isn't that neat? So it's like you get two for the price of one, which is super fun because you can do projects like this. So we're going to, this next piece here that's the peacock is actually the light color of the peacock. And I love, love, love the look of the light versus the dark here. And one of the colors that I chose to create my workshop with is I love the mint color. I love the sage, but I like the mint better than the sage. Currently, that will change. It usually does change. My favorite colors kind of flip-flop. But what I'm actually going to do is I use the mint, and I check the mint, and I love the color of the dark mint versus the light mint, and it's so pretty, you guys. It just like screams Christmas time. It screams, you know, snowflakes and cold mornings, and I don't know. It's just a beautiful color. It's just an absolutely beautiful color. And I feel that way about peacock as well. I love peacock. Of course, you guys know, if you've listened to me for a while, you know that I'm crazy obsessed with the teals and mint colors and all of that. So what we're going to do is I have taken... I told you guys that this stamp set had these really small sentiments down here at the bottom. You've got faith, love, joy, peace, rejoice. And we've used these on other cards as well. But what I've done today is I'm going to create the card just like Tina created it. And I lined up all of my sentiments. Now, the easiest way for me to do that, you guys, and this is maybe a little trick if you didn't know it. But if you would like to... I will show you on, just right now while we're thinking about it, I'll show you on using a couple of them that I'm not stamping on the block. Hang on and watch this, okay? So I feel like the easiest way to line up a bunch of small sentiments, this is really helpful with alphabets when you guys are using individual letters. So if you line them up on a Versamat, or of course, here's my Fiskars piercing toolkit. If you guys line them up on the lines that are provided on the mat, then you will take your block and put your block on top. They're going to cling to your block, of course, like always. Good morning, Alice and Kimberly. Thanks for hopping in, guys. Then you have your sentiments perfectly aligned, and you're not sitting here like trying to get them just right, and then you're picking them up, and then you're repositioning them, and then you're just, you know, you've got one crooked and it doesn't work out, and blah, 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 blah. It's just much easier if you guys actually build the look of your multiple stamped images. If you build it down here on the ground and then just press your block on top, it'll all cling to it, and then you're ready to go. So if you don't do it that way, that might be handy for you to do this time, or the next time that you do that. So what we're going to do is I lined up my images down here at the bottom, the peace, love, and joy. And so if I can find my black ink pad, which it is right here apparently, we are going to stamp it right here underneath our glitter paper. And I did go ahead and put the glitter square here because that's going to give me a really good idea of where I need to stamp this, so that I still have room for my glitter strips down here at the bottom. So, pardon me. Good morning, Cindy. Thanks for hopping in, guys. Okay, so centering that down there. Then we are going to go ahead and we are really out of order today, guys. My word, I'm really, really out of order. What am I doing? You know what? We're going to go ahead really quickly and stamp our Nativity and our Mary and Joseph. So the manger is going to be stamped in... Wow, talk about being disorganized today. My word. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. Sorry that it's a little bit of a train wreck today. So stamping our manger in the archival black. And again, yes, for those of you that are joining in, I did butcher my stamps. I did take an X-Acto knife and I cut apart the manger from the Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus, because I do fussy cut whenever it is necessary, but this is not necessary to do it today, so we are not. So we're going to stamp them in the peacock ink. thank you, Catherine. That's so nice of you to say. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. I do enjoy creating them. They do take some time out of my day, though. I feel like I'm kind of getting a little bit behind on my workshop prep. So I need to kind of get back to doing a few workshops again, but I have really had a good time with the videos. So it blesses me to hear that you guys are enjoying them. It makes me, when I hear people say they enjoy them, it makes me want to continue to create them. When I kind of get crickets and nobody says anything, I'm thinking, okay, they're tired of hearing me ramble. I need to get back to work now and turn off my camera. Okay, so we're just journaling pin around the outside because y'all know, well, you know, I don't have to tell you. I just like to outline things, and I didn't go all the way around. I thought it was really kind of a fun little look whenever you don't go all the way. If you don't journal on top of your stamped image, you kind of stop when you get to the edge there. I think it just adds a little bit of interest, and I do like that. So what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and build our piece here, and then we'll put our glitter strips on afterwards so we can get them snugged up to the edge of our card. So we're going to, since we are adhering this onto the glitter paper, the only liquid adhesive or tape runner is not going to work. It doesn't usually adhere very well to glitter paper, and I don't really want to get out my liquid glass. So what I am actually doing is I'm just using some of my foam squares because the foam tape does stick to the glitter paper. And what I love is that I didn't have to buy these for foam tape. I love foam tape and I use it on pretty much every single project, but since we have started to create the shaker cards, yes, I do go a little overboard with my dimensional tape because when this gets sent through the mail, I don't want it to get crushed and have a portion of this be like indented because there's not foam tape behind it. So I do go a little bit overboard with my foam tape when I know it's going to go through the mail. But I love it because I don't have to buy foam tape anymore. I have been using the inside leftovers of all of the shaker foam windows, and that is so fun. I've been creating a ton of them, and if you guys start creating a lot of them too, oh my gosh, I have like a stack of them like this in my adhesive basket of all of those leftovers. As long as I'm making shaker windows, I'm never going to have to buy foam tape ever again. It is very, very fun. I love it. I love spending my money on fun things like paper and stamps and, you know, tools and stuff like that, and I don't have to buy adhesive that way. Because adhesive is like, it's necessary, but it's not, you know, it doesn't make me do cartwheels when I get in the mail. So we are going to adhere that one down, and we're also going to add some dimension to this one. You don't have to, you guys, if this gets a little bit too dimensional for you and you don't want to add that many layers of foam tape, you don't have to. This is just all something that I like to do, and you guys of course can change it up to whatever suits your preference. You don't have to create them just like me. Just like I'm not creating them exactly like the workshop that the home office gave us. You guys don't have to create them like me. So that's just the beauty of crafting. It's kind of like, do your own thing, do your own thing. Use what someone else does as a jumping off point and just kind of do your own thing. That's the best part of it. Oh, thank you, Nita. I appreciate that. Have you put the workshop together yet? I know you got early access to it as well, being a consultant. So I wondered, when you moved, you found tons of glue and foam tape. I never have that much. I've never had like that much of a surplus because I use it so fast. I used to have to order foam tape every single order that I made. And so I'm pretty excited that I haven't had to order it for a while. That's just, I don't know, the things that make you happy. I know. Kind of crazy. Okay, so now we are going to, we're going to go ahead and, no. Sorry guys, I don't really know what I'm doing today. Oh my gosh, I feel very, very, very out of like, I don't know what I'm doing. I've had caffeine today. I totally have had caffeine. So I don't really know what my problem is, but I can't get with it today. So I'm just adding a little bit of Tombow on the back of my glitter pieces. And this is just a very interesting technique. I don't know that I've ever seen this done before, but we are kind of staggering these a little bit. We're adding, wait a minute, that needs to go to the bottom, Suze. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys, like I am so, like, should not even be doing a video today. Should not be doing a video today. Okay, so we're just going to stagger it a little bit. It's going to go all the way over to the edge of this card. It's just a totally cool look. I don't know that I've ever seen that before until this workshop. So Now we're going to bring this one over to the left side, and it's going to hang over out here to the right. Then we're going to place it on our main card, and we'll be able to trim off the edges because, of course, like always, I make them a little teeny weeny bit longer than they really should be. And you know what else I forgot? Oh heavens, y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Sorry, like hang with me for a second. Cricut spatula to the rescue. Cricut spatula to the rescue. If you guys don't have one of these, even if you don't do Cricut, get a spatula because it's the best way to fix your blenders. Look, I could pull that off of there, had full adhesive on the back, pull that off of there, and I didn't crinkle a corner or bend a corner or anything. For whatever reason, bent and crinkled corners on paper and cardstock drive me nuts, like ridiculously crazy. So I need to find a way to fix my blenders because heavens knows I make plenty of them. I need to find ways to fix my blenders without ruining my stuff and having to start over. So I am just taking the clear shimmer brush. Remember, we use the clear shimmer brush on the inside, and I want to make my project look cohesive. So I want to bring all those elements from the inside. I want to have them on the outside. Or if you're not working backwards like me, bring all of your outside elements to the inside. So I'm just running it around the edge of this linen cardstock here, and it's going to dry pretty quickly, and it's just going to add a layer of shimmer there. And so we're going to Suze, oh my gosh, get your act together, heavens. I know my problem. My husband and I have date night tonight, and I have that on the brain, and I'm just not focusing on my work. And I have plenty of work to do today, so I really need to get my act together. Okay, so now we are going to grab our adhesive and add the main little pretty down here. Guys, these cards are like so bright and sparkly. Oh my gosh. They're going to be just like the holiday sparkle cards we've been working with. It's going to be like just a treasure in the mail. They're just beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. Look how bright and sparkly that is. It's just beautiful. Oh my gosh. I think you're going to love creating them. Absolutely going to love it. So we're just trimming off the edges here. Maybe that one went all the way. Yay. Okay, so now let's do the embellishing part, which most of the time to me is the fun part. So we've got our black assortment out again, and I'm going to grab a couple more of these really tiny adhesive back stars, and I'm going to place them in between the sentiments down here. Oh my word, am I even on camera? Heavens. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to create this really fun bow. Now, you guys, as I mentioned, the directions in the workshop tells you exactly how to do this with your fingers, but y'all know this is like my favorite tool ever. So I'm going to show you guys how I did it with this tool. And if you guys have the Bow Easy or don't have the Bow Easy or want to get the Bow Easy or whatever, just yesterday I created a video showing you nothing but the Bow Easy. You don't have to sit through a project or anything like that. So you guys, there's the shopping link is underneath the video, but you'll find it right here on my business page. The shopping link's under the video, and we just kind of cover Bow Easy from start to finish, and I give you guys a really good look at how you actually create bows and like the sizing issues and all of that good stuff. So that's what we're doing today, and this embellishing thread definitely has creases in it. Y'all have heard me say it before. I cannot stand when my fibers or my twine or anything has creases, so all I do is just take it in between my bone folder and my fingers, and you can see that there are no creases now at all. It's completely gone. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to create a bow like I normally do, and we're just going to snip off the tails. So I'm going to create a bow like usual. It'll probably help if I got on camera, huh? Heaven's sakes, Suze. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I am holding with my, well, attempting to hold with my left hand. Oh my gosh, that's what I told you guys like 100 times in the video yesterday. Hold with your left hand, and now I'm not doing it. So hold with your left hand. You're going to, it's challenging with this thread because it kind of breaks into 3 separate strands, and it's a little bit difficult to kind of thread it through, but we will get the job done today. So we're just bringing it through that loop. Again, if you guys want to see a better demonstration of how to create the bows, check out the video, heavens, from yesterday. Oh my gosh, I can't even pick it up. And with the thread and my baker's twine, I usually do create 2 knots, so we're just making a second knot through here to get it really well secured. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, this is the different step between this little tiny bitty little like cluster of twine instead of an actual bow, is what we're doing is before I take it off, I'm actually going to snip the tails. I don't want any tails for this particular bow. So then I'm taking my mini glue dots. These I believe are the 1/4 inch size. I think we call them small glue dots. So while it's still on my Bow Easy, I'm just going to take it over here to my glue dot row and push it down. Good morning, Velma. Push it down. So now I have my glue dot stuck to the back of my bow, okay? So I'm just going to take it right off here. Right off here, and then it's going to go right up here on my project, okay? Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Okay, so we have that there, and now we're just going to add one of the larger black stars right on top of this mess right here. And look at that! Oh heavens, that's cute. Oh heavens, you guys, that is so cute. So we've done sugar plum and peacock. Stay tuned for other colors and also different variations and different ways we're going to change these up and kind of add some new tools and stuff like that. So then again, just a really simplistic a really simplistic inside that you guys can still write your message and that type of thing, or you can use the alternative sentiments that are on the stamp set, like the Merry Christmas or the blessings or really anything that you want. So you guys can just kind of like take it any direction that you wish. So that's what we have this morning for the Christmas blessings. Remember, go to susanwilliams.ctmh.com. Click on the promotions tab, and all of those promotions that are available during November are going to pop. They're going to flip down, and you'll be able to go to the Christmas blessings and get a really good up close look at what's included in the kit and the stamp set and all that good stuff. So, and be sure while you guys are there to print out the cutting guide as well. So, if you have questions, just place them underneath the video or feel free to message me. I'm always happy to help. But I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll see you soon.